please.
Ms. Dolan?
Here.
Mayor Morgan?
Here.
Mr. Comiskey?
Here.
Mrs. McKnight?
Here.
Mr. Gardner?
Here.
Let's salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is a public meeting, Borough Council, Borough of New Providence, County of Union, State of New Jersey. Adequate notice has been given in accordance with PL 1975, Chapter 231, that an annual notice or revision was made in conformance with Section 13 of the Act. Okay, before we do anything, February is a very busy month. And as you know, it's Black History Month. And I know the library and the Recreation Commission does a lot of things commemorating Black History Month. And we celebrate and honor the achievements, culture, contributions, and resilience of the Black Americans throughout our history, not only this month, but every single day. And, you know, loving history the way I do, there was actually Black Americans that fought at Bunker Hill. So truly, you know, they've been an integral part of the United States throughout our history. Also want to wish our Chinese community a happy Lunar New Year. It's the year of the horse. And I told my wife, I think I'm going to go out and buy a Mustang.
Here you go.
Okay. But what was really nice, a woman, Layla Bakari, sent us, the staff, a platter of cookies in honor of Ramadan. And Ramadan is through February 17th to March 18th. And the 19th of March is Eid ul-Fitr, which marks the end of Ramadan and is the biggest celebration of the year for Muslims. You know, one of my very close friends, I know some of you probably remember Sam over at the Corner Cafe. He was Muslim, and I remember Ramadan, the poor guy would starve himself. And I guess he couldn't eat until after sundowns. And it must be very, very difficult for children. So we celebrate all three of the holidays and wish everybody best of luck. Okay, I need approval of minutes for February 10th, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
No, so be it. Okay. Correspondence, we have Board of Adjustment for 1778 Springfield Avenue. Eco Sciences, response outcome for 111 Spring Street. City of Summit, the planning board hearing. Fourth round fair share housing plan. Township of Berkeley Heights. Ordinance 03, amending the township code to address affordable housing. Everybody's going through the same things. Township of Berkeley Heights 04, amending the township code regarding the affordable housing obligations. Any comments?
Yeah, just a couple. On the Board of Adjustment meeting, I guess it was canceled last night, so pay attention to when that next meeting is. I actually was surprised, but I didn't see this until today. But this is a change of use, so you know, I think it's important that people, you know, I always say pay attention to, you know, the projects and the things that are happening around town. This is definitely a project, you know, the public might want to take a look at, and when the next zoning board meeting is coming. In relation to the affordable housing, you know, Nadine, maybe we could take this back with the planner and just take a look, because I want to just see if there's anything in their ordinances that they're changing that affects, or not affects, but more, you know, so that we want to look at, right, or address, or something to that effect.
Okay.
Good thinking.
Okay, we'll go to council business. Nadine.
Thank you, Mayor. The first item is an authorization to solicit proposals for a certified arborist. So we are seeking a certified arborist on an as-needed basis to assist with the completion of the Community Forestry Management Plan, in addition to working with DPW to inspect and assess existing borough trees. I know we've been talking about this loosely for a while, so it's good that this is on. Number 2 is authorization to solicit proposals for electrical services. The borough is seeking a qualified licensed electrical contractor to provide on-call electrical services for all borough-owned buildings, facilities, parks, utility sites, and infrastructure on an as-needed basis. That's pretty self-explanatory. Authorization to solicit proposals for architectural services. The borough is seeking a licensed architect to provide architectural services related to the replacement of the boilers and windows in the municipal center. Both much-needed services. And last is Resolution 2026-081, which is a resolution of the Borough of New Providence in support of a 2026 federal funding application to mitigate Passaic River flooding through desnagging and debris removal from the Passaic River and major tributaries, and authorizing Berkeley Heights to serve as lead agency for the Passaic River Mayor's Flooding Coalition. So this also we've been talking about for a while, so this is us seeking authorization to form this coalition, like I said, that we've been discussing for a while, with Summit, Long Hill, Chatham, and Berkeley Heights to seek federal funding to mitigate river flooding from the Passaic. So, which is very important and a great thing.
Might as well keep going.
Okay, well, this one is actually with Councilman Gardner. We've met with the Mental Health Committee for a couple times, and we came up with our calendar. And we also are looking to work with the coalition from last time. Do you want to kick us off? Do you want me to go?
Yeah, so I guess this is a resolution approving a slate of events that are local to New Providence, in addition to ones that we're partnering with surrounding towns for. And the hope and the intention is that all of the communities will see that we are coming together to support this Mental Health Awareness Month and Suicide Prevention Month, and really bring our communities together to make sure that people have the resources they need.
Exactly. So as with last year, we're looking to work with the Crosstown Initiative Group. There were 10 of us last year. There's talks to bring on a couple more as well, and that would include the vertical banners, the signs, the green ribbon, the banner across Springfield Avenue, which I know has a lot of logistics that go with it, some sort of kickoff. Like last year, we did the kickoff in Centennial Park, which was wonderful. And the big one is Paint the Town Green, so where we get volunteers and we go to the different stores and we paint messages of hope, green ribbons. It's a great thing. It's great to see all the kids involved. And we'll be working with the schools, working with the businesses, putting out some social media. It's really good. And Paint the Town Green is something that is shared across the towns as well. And then as well as putting up signs that people are getting from the Rotary Club. So it's a great month. We're excited to pick it up again and move forward. And then, as you mentioned about Suicide Prevention Month, also doing vertical banners for that. So stay tuned. It's going to be another great year for mental health.
It's awesome.
Okay, community activities, Matt.
Thank you. Resolution 2026-083 is a resolution approving requisition R2600455 and 456 for Ben Schaefer Recreation, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $971,936.25. That's correct. $971,936.25 for Oakwood Park playground renovations using the ESCNJ co-op. This is a requisition for our Oakwood Park playground replacement. As you know, we've been talking about this for a very long time. Allison Smith and the Recreation Department has put in a tremendous effort in helping design a new playground utilizing what's called the Green Acres Jake's Law grant, which will allow us to put in equipment that is accessible for wheelchair children. So this is a fantastic addition to the borough. We're also going to be using Union County Kids Recreation Trust funds as well as some of our capital funds for this playground renovation. This is just approving the requisition, so this is us approving or being able to lock in the price for the construction costs and the equipment costs. Well, we still require additional approvals. As you know, we mentioned this is DEP, and we also needed DEP approval for they had to do some testing at the park, not just in the playground area, but throughout the park. So they took some tests of the soil, and everything came back clean. So everything is looking great for this, and I know there's a lot of people that are really looking forward to it.
Sounds like it's going to be a great space for kids, especially some special needs kids. I read that there's like a quiet area if
Right,
someone needs to just remove themselves or.
Accessible parking, there's
Yes.
going to be accessible equipment. So Allison was showing us wheelchair accessible playground equipment. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
That is great.
Very
That's very nice.
And a great value for the taxpayers, given the grants that were secured.
That's right.
100%.
Okay, so more to come on that when we get ready to break ground. We'll give out some more information on that when that gets closer. Resolution 2026-084 is a resolution approving R2600446 for Cifelli and Son, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $16,500 for ADA bathroom improvements at the Old Borough Hall, that's what we're calling it now, like it,
It's not Lissu Swirly?
1 Academy Street,
No more.
using our Morris County Co-op as well. Resolution 85, and I'll talk about both of them in a second, is also approving requisition 447 for Cifelli and Son in an amount not to exceed $18,140 for ADA ramp at the Old Borough Hall, 1 Academy Street, using the Morris County Co-op. So these two resolutions are approving renovating the bathroom and creating an ADA ramp over at the Old Borough Hall, which will become our temporary police station. So we're making that ADA compliant.
Okay. Finance, Lisa.
Thank you, Mayor. We have Resolution 2026-86. It's a resolution refunding or applying overpayment of taxes to certain property owners. There were 3 specifically that were duplicates, so those are getting refunded. Resolution 2026-87 is a resolution amending term of appointment for Tim O'Connor as part-time deputy tax assessor for the Borough of New Providence. At prior meetings, we had approved Tim as our part-time deputy tax assessor. This is just following state statute to amend the term. So this is going to go from December 3rd, 2025 to June 30th, 2026, and then July 1st, 2026 to June 30th, 2030, again, per state statute. Resolution 2026-88 is a trust fund transfer resolution. So here we're going to be transferring money from the appropriation reserves to the reserve for insurance and snow removal and storm recovery, which we're using quite a bit of this year as opposed to prior years. That's why we have that there, so thank God. Resolution 2026-89 is an emergency temporary appropriation, amending the 2026 municipal temporary budget to include appropriations for equipment maintenance and repair and vehicles for the police department. Resolution 2026-90 is the resolution authorizing the payment of the attached bills payable list, the amount of $3,925,908.68. Some of the larger items included $3,219,773 to the County of Union for our first quarter taxes. $196,309 to Horizon Healthcare for our February healthcare insurance, $142,289 to the County of Union for our first quarter open space tax, $49,083 to Suburban Disposal for our January garbage bill. County of Union got $41,402, and that was for first quarter shared dispatch. Woodland Builders, $41,375 for snow removal. S. Rotundi and Sons, $29,885 for leaf disposal. And Union County Utilities Authority, $23,384 for January solid waste disposal. A lot of garbage and insurance there, so there we go. I will do Public Works, I
Yes,
guess.
you will.
Okay. Resolution 2026-91 is a resolution approving requisition R2600393 for Ben Schaefer Recreation, Inc., in the amount not to exceed $28,510.40 for VSI Iron Sites Planners for Downtown, ESCNJ Co-op number 65MCESCCPS. So this is basically approving the purchase of 20 planners for downtown. The money for this project was allocated already as part of the downtown streetscape project. And we are also going to be using some reallocated grant money from Sustainable New Jersey to cover the cost of those. Resolution 2026-092 is a resolution authorizing the application for a Treatment Works approval permit for Toll New Jersey 1 LLC, 121 Chandlin Road, Block 221, Lot 6. This is authorizing the mayor to endorse the TWA application for 121 Chandlin. TWA is a Treatment Works approval application, and it's a regulatory submission required to obtain permission for constructing or modifying domestic/industrial wastewater treatment systems, sewer extensions, or pumping stations. This is a New Jersey DEP mandated process and ensures that the projects comply with effluent standards, downstream capacity, and technical design requirements. So much needed there. And lastly, we have an authorization to hire DPW summer help. I can't believe we're looking to hire summer help during snowstorms, but here we are, and it'll be here before you know it. So this is requesting permission to post for 3 summer help positions. The salary there is $17 an hour.
37 days till spring.
Oh, can't come soon enough.
Okay, Kathleen.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution 2026-093 is a resolution authorizing an agreement between the Borough of New Providence and the Union County Improvement Authority for the Public Safety Expansion and Renovation Project. So this is seeking authorization to enter into a shared service agreement with the Union County Improvement Authority to oversee the construction of the police department, including procurement, project development, approvals, and payment to contractors. This will ensure very efficient operation in producing this new facility, and we're glad to be partnering with them.
Okay, we'll go to committee reports. I really don't have much, but I do want to bring up a couple things. First, this snowstorm was the worst we've had since, I think,
Mid-90s.
10 years, mid-90s.
1996.
I gotta tell you, our guys were out there, and they did a terrific job. I was out there with Ralph. I couldn't believe where you would be 1 minute. You go around the block, and the snow filled up the road again. A lot of snow. But our guys came through. They worked, how many hours straight? 32 hours straight. I don't know how they do it, quite honestly. It is tedious, it's dangerous, and, they call the term hit the wall, where you get so tired. I don't know how they do it, but God bless them. John Signorello, our new emergency management coordinator, did a fantastic job. I tell you, everybody knew what they had to do. I know Jess, the rescue squad had a few calls, right? 7, I think, and the fire department had 7. So, and unfortunately, we had one person pass away from shoveling. But everybody works together here, get things done. I was at Ralph this morning, and we were going over what they had to do. It's not only plowing streets, you've got to clear out all the intersections, the walkways have to be clean, where the school crossing guards are, they have to all be cleaned out. It's quite an effort. You don't realize it until you're right there and see it going on. So I just want to thank them so much, all the employees, for doing what they have to do, and the volunteers, because it wouldn't happen without their dedication. And when I say Pioneer Strong, I mean it. So that's all I have. And don't forget the police, they're out there too.
Yep.
So, just unbelievable. Okay, and Bernadette, you're always here. So, okay, Kathleen.
Thank you, Mayor. So the Diversity Committee is now up and running. We've identified 2 co-chairs. We're really excited about their ability to establish their framework, about how they're going to be operating, and what goals they're going to set for 2026. Their next meeting is Monday, March 9th at 7 p.m. They're always interested in more volunteers. If you have an interest, please fill out that volunteer application form. The Municipal Alliance, there's no update. The monthly meeting is happening next week, but they did have to cancel their Screenagers movie screening that was supposed to take place now. It's supposed to happen tonight because of the school closing. So hopefully that can be rescheduled. The New Providence Community Pool, we're very happy to share that the registration for the 2026 season is open. We would just encourage our residents to take advantage of this amazing facility that's right in the heart of our town.
Early bird special.
The early bird special till April 15th. So put this on your calendar to make sure you get that registration in before then. nppool.org is the website you can go. And they're going to ask you to register, and it goes through the Community Pass system, which is managed by the borough. Brian's going to talk about the Historical Society, so that's the end of my updates.
Okay, Nadine.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't really have much to report either. I already talked about mental health. Board of Health, I actually was going through and I saw the post that came out today about watching out for birds. And I had seen that on the news as well. I guess there's a lot of bird deaths in New Jersey. So we have on our website, the Board of Health put out a flyer about how to, if you encounter something like that. So I recommend going on and
Is
looking
there
at
a
it.
reason for it, or?
I don't know. It's,
Probably starving.
no, there were a lot of geese.
Shouldn't they be
I
flying
believe.
south or something?
They missed that
Yeah.
one, but, so just something for people to look out for. So, go on to our borough website, I believe Board of Health had posted that up, and you can find the directions there. I thought that one was pretty interesting. We are having an affordable housing meeting, sometime this week, so more to come next week, or next meeting. And that's it for me.
Okay, Matt.
So I wanted to mention Coffee with the Cop. This was like a week ago? So, yeah, so Coffee with the Cop, I don't know if anybody, I just stopped in, I think I saw Alan and Nadine there as well. We have Coffee with Council, right? And we go and we sit down somewhere and we just, hope someone, resident has a question and comes by. These guys their sleeves were rolled up, they were behind the counter, they got the apron on, and they were literally pouring coffee. I thought that was pretty cool.
They were making lattes.
Where was it?
At Starbucks.
Yeah.
I never,
Yeah.
I love it.
Carly made me a latte.
So I think we got to step up our game as well.
We do.
The point I'm trying to
We
make.
do.
But, that was pretty cool. I do want to thank the DPW as well. I did get a lot of positive feedback from a lot of residents about how our streets were, when you left New Providence, it was, messy, and New Providence wasn't. That doesn't come by accident, right? It comes with a lot of dedication and hard work, so I want to thank those guys. And I don't mean to say that other towns aren't dedicated, right? Because every DPW in every town works really, really hard. There's no question about it. These guys just did an outstanding job. And I want to thank them for that as well. And I saw you out there, I saw your videos, and I want to, you're an inspiration for everyone. I always say all the time, when you look at the mayor, you want to see a guy that's just going to show up for everything, or a person, sorry, that shows up for everything, and you do. I mean, you're there for everything. You're born and raised, and I'm proud to serve with you. So thank you for that. High school sports, I know the winter seasons are coming to a close. I just want to wish all of our high school sports teams good luck, my son included. The playoffs start, they actually pushed back. Congratulations to the girls team for winning the county, which is,
That's tough.
we went 50 years
That's-
without winning the county, and we've won it now like 3 of the last 4 or 5 years or something. I mean, it's just incredible. Anyway, I just want to wish all the high school sports teams good luck in their playoffs. Community activities, just wanted to just note a couple things real quick. The Recreation Youth Summer Camp brochure, which is always a big ticket item, is on the website. And Rec wanted us to announce this year something new. The Recreation Department will be hosting a summer camp open house Tuesday, March 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m. in the municipal gym. Residents could come and learn about all the camps, meet the rec staff, ask questions. Take-home information will be available. Registration for summer programs will be opening on March 17th, the greatest day of the year, at 9 a.m. St. Patrick's Day. Which is actually a great idea, open house, I love it. The PBA and the rec department are also hosting a blood drive in the municipal gym on Friday, this Friday, from 1 to 7 p.m. So if you are an interested donor, you can make an appointment via the Blood Center website or just walk in on that day. And that's it for me.
And I think we ought to congratulate Artie Catano for 600
Yeah.
wins.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, yeah,
It's incredible.
yeah, so, thank you for that. Coach Catano, 43 years coaching the boys in this town, young men, really. 600 wins. He's one of only 25 coaches in the state of New Jersey to ever do that. I mean, this is New Providence. This is
Yeah.
a tiny little New Providence. This is one of 25 people in the entire state to ever do that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
He's a special guy.
We'll leave it at that, right, Bill? Bill and I, you went to high school with Artie, so,
Oh,
long time ago. Lisa?
thank you. I don't have much. The seniors, I put out the final agenda or schedule, so hopefully we'll get that started next month, so that should be good. Brian and I just met for Finance Committee. We are on to draft number 2. A couple challenges this year, but we'll save that for another day. We are still on track to be able to share this information with the rest of council by the week of March 9th. We might not have the state aid number in yet, but we will share regardless with or without that number. Past couple of years, and I think we've said this before, that state aid number has not really changed. I don't know this year. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not going to change, but we'll see what happens.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to say anything about that. So that was finance. Public Works, I think you guys have just said it beautifully. So proud of our DPW, hard workers. I was speaking with the wife of one of them, and she's, she hadn't seen her husband for like a day and a half. Well, she had to be out, so she had to go out and shovel her own driveway, so to speak. But they're just unbelievably committed and do such an amazing job. So thank you to them. The library board is meeting right now as we speak, so I'm unfortunately missing that. Community Forestry Management Plan Committee. Brian and I met with Bernadette to just kind of wrap our heads around really what this committee is tasked with and what we're planning on doing. I'm going to get it wrong if I try to say this off the top of my head, so I'm just going to read what the mission statement is. It's recognizing the value that street and park trees contribute to the quality of life in the Borough of New Providence. It is the borough's mission to promote a sustainable and productive community forest and tree resource that will in turn improve the quality of life for the municipality's residents. That sums it all up in a nutshell. We did approve tonight to look for a arborist on an as-needed basis. We will need the arborist to help us do an inventory of all the trees. We will actually inventory all the trees in town, which I think is amazing. And basically what we're going to be doing with that is just recognizing what we have, what trees are within this inventory, within the confines of our borough, and also help us to be proactive. Like if we had this in place maybe when all the ash trees were, having diseased and having to come down, it might have been a little bit of a different story. Instead of kind of chasing it, we want to stay in front of it. So that's the goal. So the first step is to find an arborist to help us with that inventory, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, Brian.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of things. The Historical Society met. I have to admit, one of the things that amuses me is that it's one of the few meetings that I have that's on Zoom. So kudos to them for that. But they got a lot of stuff going on. They had their libation tasting event at the Salt Box. I wasn't able to make it myself, but apparently it was a smashing success, and they're looking to do more of those kind of events. And then the annual meeting with dinner and program is coming up on Thursday, April 9th at Vintage Tavern. So please keep an eye out for that. They're very excited about that. They have a guest speaker coming. Mayor, there's some folks on there that could go you toe-to-toe history of the town, and
Oh, I'm sure.
they know so much about this town, and it's absolutely fascinating to hear it all. They're also working in concert with the Rev 250 folks. The Liberty Lanterns are still a thing, so keep an eye out for that. And I think that's the gist. Reverend Caldwell Day is April 18th. And you get to hear all about the history of the town and all the connections that we have to George Washington and different presidents and all of this stuff. It's absolutely fascinating. So that I think is the big stuff. We talked a lot about mental health, but just another plug, the third Wednesday of every month, 7 p.m. right here in Borough Hall, down the hall from here. As Councilwoman Joffrey mentioned, we have a huge slate of events coming up. We need help, so please, step up and volunteer. I cannot wait to see the town painted green again. And I think that is the bulk of it. Board of Ed is on Thursday, and the only thing that I'll add to, certainly my thanks to the DPW folks and all the hard work that they do, but I'll also add a shout out to whoever's taken over the OEM's social media. They have I don't know, the sense of humor that they have is really hitting the nail on the head from folks that I've been talking to. So thank you to that, whoever is doing that to get the word out. That concludes my report.
Okay, Bernadette.
I have nothing to talk about but snow.
Let it snow, let it snow.
Or not.
Well, they're saying that we're supposed to get an inch tonight.
I move that be stricken from the record.
Yeah. And hopefully it's only an inch. And they're saying possibility of a big one Monday.
They always
So-
come on Sunday, Monday, don't they?
Well, it's supposed to be a nice weekend in the 40s with the sun out, so hopefully it'll melt a lot of it. So, okay, this time we have public comment. Anybody wishing to address council? No? I declare the public comment closed. Okay, I need a motion for items 1 through 17, please.
So moved?
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's
What am I saying?
That's new.
That's new, right? Yes, indeed.
Ms. Dolan?
Yes.
Mrs. Jeffrey?
Yes.
Mr. Kaminsky?
Aye.
Mrs. McKnight?
Yes.
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
Okay, motion for adjournment,
So moved?
Second.
all in favor?
Yes.
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 So be it. And please, when out there with the snow, the ice, please be careful.
Please be careful.
And when you get an alert, please put your car in the driveway. A couple cars that were left out, I don't know how they're gonna get dug out. But everybody is given fair warning to make sure their car is off the street. So, I know we'll probably get a couple phone calls, but it's the way it is, unfortunately.
It is what it is.
They were towed? Yeah. So, it's very difficult to go around things, so.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay, thank you.